Russian soldier told girlfriend he was ordered to kill civilians. NYT.
Here's a summary of the article.
One Russian soldier in Kyiv recounted in a phone call how his commander ordered troops to kill Ukrainian civilians to conceal their locations, which is a war crime under international law. The call was just one of many unauthorized phone calls made in March by Russian soldiers, which were intercepted from the Bacha area, a suburb of Kyiv where civilians were massacred, by Ukrainian law enforcement agencies. In one call to his girlfriend, a Russian soldier identified only by his first name, Sergei, said his commander had given an order to take Ukrainian civilians to the forest to execute them. They told us that, where we're going, there's a lot of civilians walking around. And they gave us the order to kill everyone we see, Sergei said, according to the Times. According to the statute, intentionally directing attacks against the civilian population as such or against individual civilians not taking direct part in hostilities, would be considered one of the serious violations of the laws in international armed conflict. In another recording between Sergei and his girlfriend, the Russian soldier said a captain ordered the execution of 3 men, in part because their unit didn't have enough food to feed themselves. Russian forces, who have repeatedly targeted civilians since the war began, have been widely accused of committing war crimes in Ukraine, including by world leaders and top human rights groups.
This post received a score of 26,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
There is even CCTV video of Russian soldiers murdering civilians, fleeing hostel.
Russians are now claiming that all the civilian vehicles they shot at were secretly Ukrainian soldiers in civilian clothes. You really can't win with people who think that way. They will deny and deflect their crimes no matter what evidence you show them. That's when you need to stop caring about convincing them and start worrying about punishing them for their crimes.
That's the approach most justice systems use. The perpetrator's unwavering belief in their innocence weighs nothing against evidence. Hang the war criminals where all can see.
Ukraine doesn't have the death penalty. They even treat wounded Russians when they capture them. Russia is using every bit of brutality and cruelty they can think of. Ukraine is responding with a massively stronger resolve while still holding to the rules of war and even showing compassion. And it's Ukraine that's winning.
Kill any civilian that walks by and drag them into the forest. I've already become a murderer. That's why I don't want to kill any more people, especially ones I will have to look in the eyes. Holy cow.
This is why I think Russia will become even more hostile through the course of this war. Putin losing power, even handing it off to an ally, risks him being sent to The Hague to answer for war crimes. It's truly horrible to keep hearing about Ukraine finding more mass graves in recaptured territory. It seems that this isn't happening with just a few units.
Worse things will be uncovered when Mariupol is retaken, I'm afraid.
I hate to agree, but I can't imagine anything else. That city must be a graveyard.
That drama theater is still a graveyard. I don't think the bodies of children were ever removed from the rubble.
If you're ordered to kill civilians, you kill the commander. JS, I expect lots of commanders to get killed in the coming weeks. Untrained, poorly equipped, fearful young men sent to die for no cause. What else are they to do?
Greater than young men, have you seen the same pictures I've seen? Those aren't young men.
I would have thought old men are more likely to think for themselves and get rid of a shit commander ordering them to their death.
Maybe, but less internet savvy and more brainwashed.
This has been known for months. I guess the best we can do is to continue to publicize this and make it known. Russia doesn't seem to believe that Geneva Conventions apply to them anymore though. Very good motivation for sending the highest amount of arms possible to Ukraine, to stop them the only way that they know, with force that hits them like a brick wall. Or like a HIMARS rocket coming in at 2,200 miles per hour for a direct hit.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.